Liga no zap que eu falo contigo. Qualquer coisa nós somos amigos. Me liga no zap que eu falo contigo. Qualquer coisa nós.
What's up, people? So, and this is my second video, and I want to warn you guys about the probability of World War III was never between Russia and Ukraine. It's between the Jews that you can claim, yes, it's true that the Hamas manifesto is to erase Israel from the map. A map that put I love this when they try to mix religion with politics and geopolitics and war, and they bring the Bible in, and they say no, that place Israel was chosen. No. They like kind of spin the globe and point and stop in the city in a point and said, there's not, there's just some Middle Easterns here, because they I don't know, the English guy who wrote a letter that was the foundation of Israel. They scouted Uganda and other places to put them there, and you would believe, as I would believe, that they would create a nation of. I'm not saying, but that's the thing about this thing. There's always a problem, and the problem is like generalizing. Some people just want to live there. I believe a lot of Jewish people just want. Maybe they don't want to even have anything to do with the Torah, because only the Orthodox with the crazy haircuts and the crazy hats. Another thing, Benjamin is trying to pass a law to force them to go to war, and they don't want anything to go to war. But I'm not sure if those are the OG Zionists, uh, because it's the OG Zionists that when that letter was made, they also put a list of like Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and the last one was Iran, that had to be removed so they could live peacefully. And this is way before Benjamin Netanyahu. But since the first 2000s, and I remember this because this is way before the 2000s, that I remember when I was a little boy in my I was I was a spoiled. I was in a private school, and I remember like hearing, oh, they are this close of building a nuclear bomb. And also when I grew up, I know that the CIA kind of extracted um a scientist that had the capability of building assemble the gear to do a nuclear bomb. And it's not. I don't think it's that hard, because I know a story of a kid in the United States that was just the kid was like, I'm going to do my own nuclear bomb, and I shit you not, uh, his garage or some shit, that like he was like taking radio from the fluorescent stuff, microwaves. He was taking everything that can uh, make, I don't know, I think the theory is that the ions are in like with the graphite, the what you make the pencils, because they make the ion electrons or ions bounce, and that's That's the velocity that warms up, and that's what failed in Chernobyl. That exploded because they didn't had enough water to to make the temperature, the right temperature, so it didn't explode. So that fucking thing heated up and exploded, because I think that's how it works, and it's called the clean energy. But if you have ions like going through your body, left and right, up and down, you're not gonna survive. That's radiation poison. Is that when you have so many of that stuff, uranium, or I don't know, the ions like pass you so many times that your organs are failing. Okay, so but I remember since I was 5, they are like 2 weeks away. They're like a month away to build a fucking, and I was never a dumb kid. I was like, if in the 1940s they build this shit, like we're like in 1990s. I'm 83, so I don't know if I'm a boomer. I don't know. No, I'm not a boomer. I'm millennial. Um, so I was like, and I was probably 1992. So I was 9 years old when no, this was before, because I entered the school 2 years. I entered 2 years earlier. And I remember listening to this, and it was because I think the first Gulf War, that was fucking BS. The Kuwait. I used to think that the Kuwaitis was like a fucking war zone. And then I watched the video of Kuwait. It's just like luxury hotels, uh, Saudi princes, and I was like, what? Something's wrong here. And how the Americans then fucked them up, like they were supposed to invade Iraq and then got the order to come back. Remember that kind of remembers, if you're not history buffs, Dunkirk. Hitler could In Dunkirk, Hitler had the tanks to annihilate the British army, and till today historians don't know why he said no. And I know why. Everyone who knows the real World War II knows. Hitler never wanted to go to war with the British. He considered them like allies, like we have the same values, the morals. I just want to end the Bolsheviks that are nothing less than Jews with Russian pseudonyms. I just want to get rid of the communism. But Churchill, that was a motherfucker. People praise Churchill for these quotes. So fuck him, fat fuck. He was so fat he didn't even join the army because he was fat as fuck. And his father died like having shame, like he didn't had any pride in Churchill. And he was like, man, that's right. The other day I heard a guy with brains in American guy said, even if Normandy was unnecessary because the Russians would whoop the floor with German ass. They didn't need the Americans. The Americans just went there to get annihilated. The war was with Japan and Korea, I think. I don't know, the Pacific. That was the war, World War II for America. I don't know why they lost so many lives in in fucking Normandy, and they didn't lose in Normandy, because they had a phony thing like with cards and balloons, pretending to be this huge army that was attacking from the other side, and this small convoy would attack the Normandy. But unlucky for them, Hitler have sent to Normandy the how would you say, like the vets, like the top troops to Normandy to rest on that weekend. And to me, I watch Saving Private Ryan, so I assume it's based like what really happened. So I'm still flabbergasted, like who were who were the engineers of the boats, like why are you making a boat that opens directly where the fire is coming from? Why didn't the door open sideways so they could jump, and the enemy had he couldn't jump, shoot two sides at the same time? So that would mean 50% less death. Um, so I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but I'm saying this. I'm gonna put a video that I found. It's not mine, but it's really well done. Like how many times I think, and it's just, and you can find a video of 2003 of Benjamin Netanyahu saying that Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein has the weaponry to annihilate my country. That was one of the reasons that gave Rumsfeld, I think, because Bush, you can't blame Bush. Bush was just a puppet in the wrong hands. Like you can see, like when the twin towers were hit, that he was genuinely caught by surprise. He didn't know what he was doing, or what was happening, and what he was going to do. And another thing is that, uh, aside from the controlled demolition, aside from two planes bringing three buildings down, on all that rubble they found pristine Saudi Arabian passports of the alleged terrorists. God, man. Who the fucking still believe that that was done by some, orchestrated by a man in a cave? That you have to be retarded, and I know you believe in angels, and I know you think God is real. uh, so the thing is, like, if America, they're not gonna, they're not gonna shoot any nuke Iran. They're not gonna shoot any nuke Iran. What might going to happen is that they're going to start bombing, but the armies are getting closer. And remember, United States have way too many bases around Iran. They have a lot. I think it's 70 bases, and they will start closing in. And either they they have like a surprise ally like China or Russia, and believe me, the last, and it's it's beautiful. I could spend a whole afternoon watching atomic blasts. Man, the last bomb that was called the little Czar, or the Czar, man, the hydrogen atomic explosion was so fucking what a work of art, man. That was that's it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And but on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if the Iran had like 11 nukes and just dropped them on Israel. I'm sorry, like this has to go either one way or another. And but the thing of the lie that, oh, they are weeks away. They are man. They should just put a sign just saying "shut the fuck up." Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Go I don't know, because for first, sometimes we have some people, that obviously for interested reasons are claim, oh, they are idiots, they are this, and some of them it's Andrew Tate, and but when Andrew Tate speaks, you better listen. When Andrew Schultz speaks, you change the channel. Schultz, to me, it's the deception. I hope in the beginning that he would be one of the greatest, but no. I think we have Norm Macdonald and we will have Anthony Jeselnik, and that's it. Tom Segura, piece of shit. Joe Rogan, I don't know who told him he was funny, or maybe the same guy who told him he could fight, and then like he's just on. One thing is for sure, like he has like gazillion money, and that's the thing, like the boom of the comedian, they call it the second comedian boom, and the ghost hunting boom made billionaires in YouTube community. Billionaires. Like if I knew this, and you could see my channel date, and the my first video like has almost 20 years. It was almost 20 years ago. And when I started to, so I was like five subs, and then I started to making videos, not podcasts, not rants. I would just like, my first was Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks, and then Meryl Streep, and then I in a in a couple of months, and doing Mandela effects. In a couple of months, I was in 190 and 190. Like if I would kept going, like I would like go on. I could like easily had 20,000 subs. Yeah, doing what I do with, well, special effects. Like with added. I had my PC, my laptop, everything stolen. So I'm doing this on a tablet. But yeah, yeah, but it doesn't matter now, But it's to me, it's good to know. And what was the, oh yeah, the other video I made was I never found iDubbbz interesting or funny, and if I'm happy with his downfall, I don't know. To me, he was never someone I looked up to. I just saw a guy that beats people when they're down, like Kickstarter. Like instead of shitting on people, like I never saw him gave him like advice to people, like why don't you try to make the product like this. I would respect him way more. And I said, like, I just respect him because he helped a boy like this guy. I like a lot because he's like genuinely very humble and very naive. Dex Flames, unless like he's playing like if one day I know he was playing a, but I don't believe that's a character. I believe Dex is exactly like he presents him, and he helped Dex to get back on his feet on YouTube, and now Dex is bigger than him. Because why? Because he got a because yeah, I explain. You go watch the video I explained. Okay, so this is the the one that I want to expose how the fuck Israel is always trying to get the A team to fuck the country they want to. They already had Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and yeah, like the countries that they claim. I think Iran was the last one on the list. So, and I'll put here the video. It's not my video. It's very well done and exposes every time Natasio came with the lie that they were this close or they have the nukes. Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you in the next.